Hey everybody, I'm here today to talk to you about Switch Joy-Cons that are not working when they are attached. These will be some easy fixes and this will be a tutorial for beginners. So let's get right into this instructional tutorial video. I'll be going over 5 fixes, 5 things that you can do to hopefully get your Switch Joy-Cons to work once again when they are attached. Because if you want to play your Switch like this and your Joy-Cons are attached, you want to make sure that they're working in order to be able to play it sort of nice and easily. So without further ado, these are the 5 fixes, the 5 things that you should try out, and sort of the 5 things that you should keep in mind. All right, so without further ado, we are going to begin with number 1. Number 1 is clean the Joy-Con rails with a microfiber cloth. So essentially what you want to do is you want to remove the Joy-Cons, okay? Get a dry microfiber cloth, clean the Joy-Cons themselves, sort of just around here, and then clean the Joy-Con rails with that dry microfiber cloth. That's really all that you need, okay? I mean, if you're using your Switch and you're not like using it and getting like food or juice or anything in there, if it's just like dirt and regular everyday debris that's getting in there, all you need is a dry microfiber cloth. Clean the Switch Joy-Con over here, and then clean the rail over here on the inside with a dry microfiber cloth. That is literally all that you need. You don't need any cleaning solution at all. Just a dry microfiber cloth is more than good enough. As long as you're just using your Switch without like eating too much around it or no juice spilled on it, anything like that. If it's just regular dirt, dust, and everyday debris, like just everyday stuff that accumulates there, a dry microfiber cloth is more than good enough. Like I said, as long as you're not like spilling juice on it or getting too many crumbs in there and stuff like that, a dry microfiber cloth is way more than good enough to clean the Switch Joy-Con, to clean the actual Joy-Cons themselves, and then the rails on the console for the Joy-Cons. Okay, so clean those up with a dry microfiber cloth. That's number 1. Moving on to number 2. Number 2 is see if the Joy-Cons are charging when they are attached. So when the Joy-Cons are attached, okay, you want to see if they're charging. To do that, you can just go into the settings and go to like the controller battery option. I can't remember what the exact name is, but it's pretty straightforward. Like there's a section where you can look at the controllers and see what controller battery levels are that are attached, and you can see if they're charging up. So if you connect them and they're charging, you know that they are making a connection. Okay, if they're charging, you know that they're making a connection because the console is charging the Joy-Cons. Then it's just a matter of the actual functionality of them as a controller is not working. If they're not charging, then you know that there's perhaps a deeper problem. You know that there's potentially a deeper problem or a bigger problem because maybe they're not making any connection at all, or maybe the console is not recognizing the connection. Maybe they're making a connection, but the console is not recognizing it. So you can, if you look to see if they're charging when they're attached, then you can sort of narrow the problem down a little bit further, and it helps you get to a solution a little bit better and a little bit faster and a little bit more easily. Moving on to number 3. Number 3 is restart the console. Straight up and straightforward, just restart the console. If you're experiencing any sort of problem with any modern technological device, just restart it. You have a problem with your phone, restart it. You have a problem with your router, restart it. You have a problem with your Wi-Fi modem, restart it. You have a problem with the TV, restart it. Problem with the fridge, unplug it, plug it back in. Any problem with your computer, restart it. Laptop, restart it. Any modern day technological device, and most modern day devices use some sort of motherboard or some sort of computer inside of them. Like even a fridge has, even most modern fridges have some sort of like computer-ish system inside of them. Okay, by restarting them, you're just giving them like a refresh or a restart, and it just helps to get rid of any potential bugs or glitches that might be happening in the moment. So by restarting your Switch console, if there's a bug or a glitch that's causing your Joy-Cons to not work when they are attached to the console, hopefully restarting it will just get rid of that bug or that glitch and clear it up. So yeah, restart the console. It's one of the best things that you can do if you have this problem or any problem with your Switch console or any of the Joy-Cons or anything like that. Just restart it. It's worth a try because it solves many problems oftentimes. All right, moving on to number 4. Number 4 is remove and reinsert the Joy-Cons. So literally all that you want to do is remove both of the Joy-Cons just like that. Okay, make sure you remove them, and then reinsert both of the Joy-Cons just like that. Okay, very simple. And when you are reinserting them, I'll take them out again. When you are reinserting them, you want to hear and feel that click. So listen closely, just like that. And the other side as well. Perfect. A nice tactile click feeling and a nice click sound. And that allows you to know that they made a nice secure connection. And you know, that's really the best that you can do. You can even remove them and reinsert them a few times, see if it makes a difference. Sometimes it might make a difference doing it, 2 or 3 times. I don't know. But I would say once is usually more than enough. If you want to do it a couple times, that's up to you. You can use your own judgment. But once is usually more than good enough. Remove and reinsert the Joy-Cons. Hopefully they work when they're attached after you've reinserted them. Okay, moving on to the last one for this video tutorial, which is number 5. Number 5 is to see if they work wirelessly. So you want to obviously take the Joy-Cons out, okay? And you can connect the Joy-Cons wirelessly and see if they work wirelessly. If the Joy-Cons work wirelessly, then you can narrow down the problem a bit more. You know the Joy-Cons are fine. You know the Joy-Con connection wirelessly to the Switch is fine. You know the console works fine with Joy-Cons in general, with controllers in general. What might be the problem? You can narrow it down at that point. What might be the problem is the connection, the physical connection between the console and the actual Joy-Cons, right? Because they're not working when they're attached. So if they work wirelessly but not when they're attached, then you can sort of start to narrow it down, get a better idea of the problem. If they don't work attached and they also don't work wirelessly, then once again, it might be a problem with the Joy-Cons themselves, or it might be a problem even with the Switch itself. But it's not necessarily only specific to the physical attachment between the Joy-Cons and the console. Okay, it's a broader problem than just the physical attachment. But that's basically it. So yeah, you can just see if they work wirelessly. That's the last one for this video. And if they do work wirelessly, it'll help you narrow it down. And also if they don't work wirelessly, it'll help you narrow it down as well. So either way, it's going to give you some assistance in narrowing down the problem a bit more. And that is truly it. Hopefully one of these things works for you and you can get your Switch Joy-Cons to work once again when they're attached to your console so that you can play it nice and properly and get your gaming going on proper. Or I don't even know, get your gaming going on proper. I don't even know what I was trying to, you know what I mean, game like a proper gamer, okay? You know what I mean. I love playing my Switch like this in its portable mode. Obviously I play on the TV when it's docked as well, but I love playing it like this. It's just so cool, so convenient. I can bring it around the house with me. I can bring it on the porch with me and play outside. It's just such a cool way to play it. So it really, really pays off to have your Joy-Cons working when they're connected, connected and physically attached to the console. And that's truly it. I have nothing else to say for this video tutorial other than I hope that that one of these fixes or solutions works for you or helps you narrow down the problem a bit more to the point where you can get a solution, hopefully soon and get your console and your Joy-Cons working properly once again. And that's truly it. With nothing else to say, we're going to officially roll the outro. If you like this video tutorial, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.